Welcome back to Three Trials Barbecue. Today we're going to be using some of these chuck spare ribs. The way you know is because you have 4 bones. Dino ribs only have 3. So very hard to even come around getting some of these, let alone some dinos. What we're going to do today is we're going to start off with taking off this major fat cap and expose that meat so we can get into seasoning, and then we'll fire up the Traeger. So to start off with, I like to come here and just take the first layer off. You're gonna get a little bit of meat that comes off of it, but it's gonna expose beautiful marbling. And so I like to do this just to see where I'm at. And then usually I'll either get to the silver skin and then I could just get under it. And then take it right out. So you see this is pretty thick here. I'm going to shave a little bit down. So same thing. We're done. We took off most of that fat that was there. We're going to go ahead and hit it with some of this yellow mustard. And we're just going to use a binder for the top part. We're not going to be seasoning the bottom where the bones are at. All right, so the first rub we're going to be using, we're going to be doing 2 trials of this. We're going to be doing a wet, basically a barbecue rib, and we're going to be doing a dry one. I'm going to be using Me Church Holy Gospel on one of these racks, and I think I'm going to do it on this one here. And we're just going to come high. You want to be a little generous, but at the same time, these are pretty beefy, but they're not the beefiest, you know. It kind of gets thin, as you guys could see here. And then There's going to be a lot of bone pullback, I assume, on these. For our dry, we're going to go with the pepper first. I'm going to get the sides. Come through with a little bit of kosher salt. And then our top layer of lowrys seasoned salt. This is going to be JIRBY style. So we have our wet rib and our dry rib. I want you guys to let me know in the comments, what do you guys prefer? I've never done beef ribs before. This is my first trial. So we're going to see what it looks like. We're going to go outside right now, let these sweat, and get that Traeger fired up so we can get ready to throw these on. So we got the Traeger fired up. We're going to be rolling at 250. We're using cookin pellets, perfect mix. So we'll let it come up to temperature. The ribs are sweating in the meantime. We'll be back. All right, we're back. We've been at 250 for about 10 minutes already. Take a look at these ribs. Super sweated out. So we're going to be running the elevated rack. No specific way. We'll see you guys in about 3 hours. All right, everyone. So welcome back. We've been rolling for 3 hours at 250 on this Traeger. Let's take a look at these ribs. Oh, wow. Okay, very nice. So check that out, everyone. Great pullback. The bark is getting there. There's a couple dry spots. Let's go ahead and spritz it. And then what I want to do is turn them around. And what I'm using to spritz today is 50% water and 50% apple juice. Go ahead and check temperature. 70, 84. Okay. We'll let them go for another hour, and then we'll go ahead and wrap them. We've reached the 4-hour mark. Look at those ribs. The probe says we're at 172. Let's see what the temp is. 75, 77, 180, 180. Okay, so it looks like we're really around 180, so let's go ahead and take these out. Great bone pullback. Look at these holy gospels. So go ahead and take them inside, and we'll see you guys at the wrapping table. We'll go ahead and wrap these first. I'm thinking that my meat church are going to be my barbecue ribs, or my wet ribs, I should say. And I'll keep the JIRBYs as my dry rib. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and take them back outside. Put them back up. And we're going to put these meat side up, bone side down. Put them back on. We're still rolling at 250. We're just going to let them go. We'll be back in about an hour or two. So, all right, everyone. So we are at the 6-hour mark. This pair of ribs are probing at 205, 203. I'm going to let them rest in my oven for about an hour. And we'll see you guys when it's time to slice. After 6 hours of smoking and 1 hour rest, these Traeger spare chuck ribs, similar to the dinos, are now done. Let's go ahead and see which ones these are. I think these are the meat church. They have a little bit of red to them. So check that out, everyone. Plenty of juice. The bark is nice. The meat church have the mahogany. Well, I told you guys we were going to do something special. We're going to use the kenders, like always. I don't like too much barbecue sauce. But it smells delicious. So we're going to go ahead and cut these JIRBY. You guys will look at that. That smoke ring. Not bad. Not bad. Then I'm going to cut. Look at those juices, everyone. I mean, they're just super juicy. Let's give this a try. This dry rub from JIRBY's definitely packs a punch of salt. The pepper was perfect. I mean, it had a nice bark to it. Can't wait to make a brisket with just pepper, kosher salt, and lowrys. Super good. Excellent dry rib. I mean, you don't need anything on it. We're going to have to give this a try as well. Let's dig in. Delicious. Nice crust to the outside. The barbecue sauce isn't heavy, like I said. It's just perfect. I'm going to have to go on for a second bite. Well, it didn't last. I can tell you right now, these are some of the best ribs I've ever cooked. Compared to pork ribs, these are by far the meatiest and beefiest ribs I have ever made, and love it. Very simple. 6 hours on the Traeger Ironwood, rolling cooking pellets, perfect mix at 250 degrees, all 6 hours at about 180. We wrap them with butcher paper and finish them off. Perfect, perfect cook. If you can source them, definitely give it a try. And if you haven't hit them likes or subscribed, go ahead and do so. And we'll see you guys on the next one.